The beginning of our story, Michael and Melissa Harlow. Michael and I met in 2004. We fell in love and got married on the beach in 2005. We blended our family, our beautiful children, William and Kayla. After our honeymoon, we started sailing as much as we could every weekend. You know, come to think of it, Michael lured me into all of this. On his Match profile, he said, "I want to go sailing around the world with a special woman." I mean, how could you not love this guy? And we took our children, Kayla and William, sailing with us all the time. We kept sailing and practicing and sailing and practicing. We roped our friends into it, no pun intended, our family members. We just kept sailing. These were actually really special times with Michael's dad. In between sailing and working and children, we traveled. We traveled worldwide, abroad, and just practiced traveling. And as our children matured and our family matured, so did we. We got better and better at traveling. I actually fell in love with French Polynesia and became actually an advanced dancer.
So Melissa and I, we do a lot of hikes out there with, there's Melissa down there. And on pretty much every one of our hikes, we talk about, usually from my discussions, about how to outfit our new boat, when to buy the boat, how to, do certain things. So it's kind of good, we're outdoors, our minds are clear, and I don't know, it's just kind of a good way to talk about it.
Fast forward and William graduated from high school. It was a proud moment. And soon after, Kayla graduated from high school. Life was really good, but now it's time to downsize. It's amazing how all this stuff just becomes, not so important after a while. So after a couple of years of downsizing and, living real simply, we finally bought a boat. And you know how your first step, is your first step? That's our first step. We renamed our boat Harlow Hut, and we had a lot to do. We still had to get our visas from the French consulate in Los Angeles, and that's right after the bombing in France, so it was a little scary. But first on the list was a practice sail over to Catalina. You think camping is hard, all the provisioning? Try provisioning for a boat.
This is all the stuff that we're gonna load on. So the place looks like an utter disaster until we get ready, but it should be all ready to go by 9 o'clock tonight.
And our vessel was official. We left for Catalina at night to avoid the wind and waves.
It's pitch black, but how many hours? We missed a couple ships and stuff like that. Anyway, having a good time on our first maiden voyage. Bye.
So we made it to Catalina in the morning, and oh my gosh, it was spectacular. I don't know if you've ever seen Catalina from this vantage point, but our boat was down there somewhere. It was great because we got to practice checking in with the harbor master in Catalina. I had never done anything like that before. We have to give a shout out to Eric, who is our buddy boater and dear friend. He helped us from San Diego all the way to Catalina at night.
Catalina. There's our buddy boater right there.
We just kind of relaxed and enjoyed a couple of days in Catalina, snorkeling and just hanging out, actually. It was a good practice run for us. Michael checked out the bottom of our boat just to make sure things were okay, and it turns out he would do that a lot in the next year. You know that nervous feeling you get before, let's say, a final exam at school? That's kind of how I was starting to feel. I thought I was really prepared, and I thought everything would go fine, but I guess it's just doing it.
Pretty awesome day out here today.
Our maiden voyage back from Catalina was spectacular, but kind of the reality of boat ownership is kicking in.
Okay, today we're going to learn how to fix a float on a water sensor. So as you can see, my water level is not working here, and when you go here, it's not working on there as well. All right, I got some new things from online mail order. This is mosquito nets. So just like you see here, you put it up on top of your thing.
You know, you start feeling overwhelmed with all this preparation, and then your mosquito nets come in. It was so fun. You have no idea how these mosquito nets saved our bacon in Nuku'iva. More later.
Okay, so we're packing a lot of our stuff to go onto the boat in bags because they're easy to carry and easy to fold down the bags once we're done with them. And I've got my dive gear here. I've got to clean the bottom of the boat before we take off so we have a little more hull speed.
Our boat was slipped in San Diego, and we were pretty much there every weekend doing something. I also wanted to feel at home, and I wanted to feel like I had a purpose on our trip. All right, so we have our filters, and we're very excited to open these up and see what's up. As you can see by the looks of our boat, we have quite a bit of gnarly organization yet to...
Hello!
So,
All right,
but we're very excited about this.
I told you, they're Sawyers.
Woohoo! We were able to get safe drinking water filters donated by a bunch of friends and family, and that would actually prove to be something, well, such a great purpose on our trip. More later. So you can see all of you who donated. Look at this. Your little filters are here. Yay!
That's very cool. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. My emotions were so up and down. It was sort of like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God, what are we getting ourselves into? So I just slapped myself silly and, we're okay. So it was time for our second maiden voyage to Ensenada. We would hire Captain Frank, who actually helped us in our sailing classes. He helped us check into Ensenada, and he turned out to be somebody wonderful and helped us just relax. So we pulled into the marina and just started checking it out. And I guess I'm going to have to get used to bathrooms and showers in marinas. We also were hailed by the Navy when we were on our way back. So some of the final preparations, I started shopping for jewelry supplies, and our boat cards came in, which was really cool. We gave them to people on the way, and saying goodbye to family. Michael was in charge of all the systems in the boat. I was in charge of the galley, so I had to start provisioning. Literally, this is my list that I used.
So you want to go sailing, huh? Sailing to Tahiti, Mexico? Really? No problem. It's a dream. It's everybody's dream. Well, here's the dream in reality. This is our V-berth right here. And we have to put all these clothes away. And we already have most of the storage already used. So, that's a little bit of a wake-up call. Oh, wait. We have all this food and all these tools and all this other crap.
So I was down to my last final haircut. And our community actually did a wonderful story on our bon voyage, sailing away in 2016. The morning of our departure was really beautiful, and so we're ready. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go down the coast of Mexico and sail and see what happens and go across the Pacific Ocean to French Polynesia. Let's do this. January 14th, 11 p.m. We left San Diego. Stay tuned to the Adventure Travelers.